It's time for Leather Podcast.
I took two on the
Did
Vegas.
you take two? I was just about to ask.
Two in the Vegas for him because I was trying to. It was like normal time back home, so I was trying to sleep at the same time that I went back home. Two, man, and it was just like there was nobody sitting in the middle, so me and the guy were just like, please, nobody in there, and nobody came, so I was like, just still do it. Didn't need to go up for anybody. I was on Nile, and I dip it on. Oh fuck! Oh, I put some. I can't remember, but I put a film on anyway, and I ended up just shut my eyes. Shut my eyes, like. And then it just started heavy turbulence, and I'm like, oh no. So you start thinking because you're fucking high, like, I've not said churro to the way and all.
I was smoking mine in the airport.
It's gone down
because I still had a bit left in my vape.
Oh, did you try and finish it, take it on the plane?
No, and bin it. I was like, I'll smoke loads of it and then I'll just bin it before I go through security. So chucked it away and then fucking just stotting about, couldn't find my gate or anything.
the Meg 2. That's what it was. The Meg 2.
I watched the Meg 2.
So it's like this big fucking whatever.
And you're getting turbulence.
I'm like that, and then when I shut my eyes, it was just like, it was too much. People were screaming and all, like Bill Burr thing. Turning as a guy, you're like, fucking hold that in, you fucking clown.
I had grabbed some snozzberries, you know, the ones Adam had.
Aye.
So I had popped one of them as I got on the plane, and best things in the world, man.
Aye.
How
long did you go it for?
The full flight.
Aye. Oh yeah, champion master.
Woke up an hour to go.
Beautiful.
That's perfect.
But I was sitting in the
Slavoured or doing yourself.
We read at the book.
I didn't get anywhere near my book. Woke up and see, because I hadn't moved, my legs had all swollen up because I've got the impact damage for getting kicks. And as I stood up and tried to get off the plane, my legs were killing me. All my glands have swollen because I've literally just popped that and just went and slept there for fucking 9 hours just in this same state. But I remember, so I was watching Family Guy. I'd put on Memento, and
the film,
the film, but it was frying me. See, because it keeps restarting, and it keeps restarting. You get another wee bit of the story. I can't watch this. I'm like, because I'm like, I don't know what's part of the loop, or how long I've been watching this.
How long you've been asleep as well.
So then I had got a bag of the big fish, you know, the goldfish.
Aye, they're good, eh?
Aye, so I was the guy next to me must have thought I was a fucking piece of shit.
The jelly things?
No. The wee animal, the wee crackers.
Aye.
Oh right, aye.
They're good.
Crackers. Aye.
So I've got my Memento on, I've got my headphones on, I've got the seat all the way back, and I'm just nailing into them, and I obviously have to turn off Memento because I'm in some sort of time loop where I can't get out it, and I'm in the plane, and I was like, I need to go to this. I can't watch Guy Pearce going through this same shit again, so I turned it off and watched Family Guy.
Keeps waking up the hotel room with the numbers and that.
Aye. You're just getting another wee bit of the story, another wee bit. In fact, it wasn't Family Guy, it was Rick and Morty. And it was the episode where the night people, and it's
I'm not that into Rick and Morty.
So anyway, there's night people. When you go to sleep, they take over your body, and it's about them trying to overthrow the day people. So I'm just like fucking eating that. And at least it's 1 in 3 goes in the mouth.
Aye.
They were just everywhere, man. I'm honestly, man, this guy next to me must have been like, but he did try and big dog me with the arm.
Oh no!
Like he was he wasn't like a big guy, but he was just like, it was like the armrest is mine. I'm like, cool, I'm just going to cover your whole shoulder. So I just laid my whole arm on top of him.
I had a Ouija wifey with a fucking baby and sitting, and the whole time I had my barber hoodie on, and the baby kept leaning over and like picking the badge and like fucking pulling it, and that fucking get off me.
So I was actually going to hit somebody.
Were you?
Wouldn't you like it?
An Asian guy. An Asian guy was sitting on my left. This was for Glasgow, for London to Glasgow on the way home. Asian guy
only an hour.
And an older woman here, right? But the plane stopped. They've landed in Glasgow. Everybody stands up, usual sardines. Nobody can move, right? Your man, right? I'm just chilling. Your man's like, go, and I'm just like, what? And he's like, go. I'm like, there's no space. I couldn't even stand up. And she's like, what did he say? I'm like, he wants me to go. She's like, nobody can even stand, never mind walk. So he's like, no, there's a space there in between my legs. Like, I'll go, I'm like, what you doing? I'm like, back up.
Old guy, like.
Nah, maybe 35 or something, 35. So
it's fair game.
Aye. So he keeps like, you can go, I can go through there. Like, there's the full row is stacked and all people that stood up. We can't even go into the aisle.
No.
And he's like, go, and I just down, mate, shut the fuck up now, you're annoying me. And everybody's just turned round, right?
Aye.
He's like, I can go there. I'm like, how can you fucking go? Where can you go? I'm like, what is it with you fucking people that always want to go up to the fucking
What do you mean, you people?
Like, as soon as the plane stops, people just stun up, man.
Aye.
I'm like, you're not getting off until the fucking doors open anyway.
Aye.
So
And everybody then leads, and then your girl comes out like, just fucking wait your time.
so he
man.
bumps into me.
Just go row by row.
So go to the baggage claim, right? I'm with my shit. I've got my shinnies. I'm waiting in my bag. Mate, the cunt bumps right into me. Like, I'm talking. Boom.
Intentionally.
And he looks up and he's like, oh, sorry. And I'm just like, I didn't move, mate. Like, I wasn't even close to the baggage, but I was just standing away for the side waiting on my bag. And I was just like, my brain was outside waiting. I was just like, motherfucker, man. Yeah. Oh, sorry, as if he didn't notice me. I'm like, there's hundreds of space here.
If you start
I was about to get mad, Rachel.
if you start any nonsense in the airport, you're fucked.
Aye.
though.
Aye,
I mean, this
100%.
week, I just told him to shut up. But,
That's hilarious.
But anyway, obviously, we'll go into bigger matters. Obviously, Paul, didn't go your way the weekend. How are you feeling, though?
Horrible, mate. Aye. I've not watched the fight back. I've seen clips. I felt good. I felt good all week.
You look sharp. You look
Weight class was amazing, man. Like weight cut was really good. We had fun, we had some good times, and then when it came to the fight, I just felt, see, walking out in front of the Apex crowd, I didn't like that. Like, we fought in Apex against Shogun Hua, and it was absolutely like the best feeling in the world. But going there, it just felt like it's not a crowd.
No.
You can hear individual people like
I
just
said
being
that.
wide.
There was a lot. There was so much of that.
wankiness.
the other side. There were a
Aye,
few
and I'm like,
wanks
what the
around.
fuck's going on here, man?
But what about in the row where we were?
What about your warm up? Did you feel good in the warm up?
I felt good, man. Felt nice and smooth. Run through all my normal cycles. I think the occasion as well got to me. I think it wasn't just one thing that
event.
big
deal.
It was a big deal.
But you're
it wasn't my
obviously
night.
you're obviously up against a stud. Like,
I know.
Brendan Allen's very good everywhere. But did anything surprise you? His strength?
No,
Like, you did
because
say before to me, I mean, I asked you in Vegas, you did say his grappling could be an issue.
Aye.
Is it you still feel that?
I don't think so. Like, his ground and pound was heavy. As I
definitely
said,
strong
I
there.
went for that submission attempt. Like, he had me in a full rear naked, and I had that locked down. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going for this knee bar. I'm going for this calf slicer." And I was like, I could hear his knee, and there was there was, you know, when you see somebody goes a wee bit rigid and they're ready to tap, and he's like, "Nah, fuck it." And then I was just squeezing. I was like, "I'm going to snap this. I'm going to snap this," and it was like, for the Shire.
You could tell it was him because he let go of the choke.
Aye,
clearly.
and then let go of the choke
as well. Like,
But
he didn't.
it's one of these things. There's nothing more Scottish than like somebody's choking you, and it's like, because I had this conversation with Adam. What do you do? Defend the neck? Do you turn to your back? What's the defence? No, I'll go for the knee bar. And I'm fucking swinging off his knee, and the guy's choking me. And I'm like, but he was
quite mad.
He's a stud. There's nobody in the top tens who's now in a 6-fight win streak. There's nobody in the top 10 who's easy in any division.
No.
So it's back to the drawing board for us, and we'll be like, right, where can we go? Issue wise, I thought game plan and everything was fine. We had the defence for the rear naked, striking. As I said, like, when I was hitting pads or I'm in spar, man, I was feeling good. It's just now bringing that confidence from what I can do in the gym, training, and putting it into a fight situation. I was a bit apprehensive with flinging shots. No shots had power in them. They were just like wee touchy ones. Whereas I need to be a wee bit more confident and just drop them in these shots and landing heavy.
Well, you landed. You rocked them.
He's both.
Aye,
He's
with
both
the-
rocked each
with the-
other.
with the
Aye.
hook. Bump.
So-
We'd been working on that. Remember that wee step back check hook? But this fucking sport, man.
I know.
It takes so much
It's
for you.
mad because you had like it was a genuine 50-50 fight.
Aye.
And throughout the fight, you still always felt like this could still go fucking either way. Like the whole time, it can go either way.
It's my grappling in it. That was one of the things I noticed. Like, see, when I was grabbing him, I couldn't get a hold of him. Like, as soon as I grabbed an arm, it would slide right out. He was soaking wet. His arms were like they were dripping wet. But if you're fighting against me, what are you going to do? Warm up wise, you are going to get a right good sweat. You're going to try and get.
Did you not have like the big jackets on? Did you see that when he came out?
I did.
He had like
I'm sure he had joggers on too.
Aye, it was like, so he was, that's what
preempting.
he
Like,
planned
it's
for,
like, because if I catch anything, you know, there's a good chance I'm fucking, I'm
Because
ripping
I
it.
saw you guard overhook, and I
Aye.
thought, the thing is, him as well. There was one point where he was in guard, and he's fucking pinned his elbows to his sides, and you could see him. He was like,
Aye.
"I'm gone nowhere. I'm
And then-
good. I'm happy to sit."
You heard you mention it to your corner. I think he was sweaty.
Aye.
He was struggling with it.
I was like, and it's a massive part of my game. So anybody that's going to fight me is going to do the exact same. So then we need to adapt and get better at certain areas. But he was soaking wet. I went for that knee bar. We had the transition. I think I went for a heel hook.
Aye, fighting the legs.
And then it was that sort of wee battle. And then it just, he hit me an absolute winner of a body shot. He hit me 2 body shots. And I've never felt body shots like this in my life before.
See, I done a series.
Like, oh, it was like that hurt because he came low and then came high again. Boom. The strike into the head. Like, I can take punishment to my face. Like, my face can take it. But the body, it takes a bit of time. So that's when I
You're
shot
a bit
him.
trimmer now as well.
Aye.
So you
So I've
feel
not got that bit extra fat. But as I said before, like, normal people do not know what it's like to feel your face slice open, to feel an eyebrow just and feel warm blood running down your face. But it's like,
And to know what it is as well.
I love it.
You're fucking alive, man.
I
That's
know.
what it is.
See, when you feel it as well, you know exactly what it is.
You're like, yeah.
Like-
But it sounds a bit psychopathic, but the average person will never ever know what it feels like. And I said that in one of my posts, like, to take a body shot and feel it rip through your bodies and your organs start to like shut down because like your stomach goes,
You're getting me excited, bro.
aye. And then it's like like if we're cutting somebody or we're being cut, to know your elbow's connected right in the money spot and it's just opened up this cut above the guy's eyebrow. And I remember walking back and that's a cool picture where the cut man's trying to like stop the bleeding and stop the swelling, and I'm just like walking back like a fucking like I'm drunk, like sitting down, and then your corner comes in and they run through stuff, and I'm trying to like slow down my breathing and right, how do we assess that? But it's one hell of a fucking sport, man, and I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change anything for the world, man. This is how it was meant to be, and it's like.
It's cruel.
Aye, but we develop and we come
cruel,
back
man.
stronger, and we're always trying to get better. Aye, what a sport.
Did you have any interaction with Brendan Allen after the?
I didn't know because he obviously went and got some media, and they just kind of like, we went back to our hotel, our room.
Spoke highly. You like
That's nice, man. Like
very.
Like I don't ever touch MD's hand, so somebody's like, you should have shook his hand at the start of the fight. And you should have done this. Like, no,
You've never done that?
This is a fucking battle, man. I
actually thought you were about to
No.
because they brought you to the middle, and I was like,
and it's like, if you want to touch gloves, and I'm like, because he puts his hand out, and
optional.
I'm like,
Touch
no,
gloves at the
we're-
end.
it's fucking we're in battle.
right, we'll shake hands after.
I've got no hard feelings to MD I've ever fought. But he was much better in the night. He went and done the media. I went back to the corner room, and I remember just sitting there, and it's like, it's shit. And then you've got the ESPN guys that had been following me about for like the whole week.
These fucking guys, man.
They were the big dogs used twice, didn't they? Tell you to be quiet.
No, didn't tell me to be quiet. Same
Didn't
time. I wasn't there.
What was it? They told somebody to be quiet. Oh,
They
it was,
went
we were
in,
hitting the pads. Remember they were hitting the.
Aye, told somebody to put music down or something.
No, it was, remember the pads? The
The
punch machine.
Oh,
aye.
the aye, and the PI.
Aye, Sean and
Aye. So I did, obviously ESPN was
Sean.
following me about, and they're very invasive, and it's like at your lowest point, you've literally just been beaten, and they're asking you questions like, how do you feel?
Oh, get that to fuck,
And
man.
it's like, it's that. And it's like, I think that's the most I've ever cried in my life.
You cry?
It's one of these ones where like you can hear it and your voice is starting to break. And it broke so many times that whole week. I was so emotional all week.
You were a bit cranky, mate. To be fair.
It's the worst I've ever been.
Aye.
And then everybody was like pissing me off, like heavy pissing me off. My nutritionist, love the guy Lee. He's looking after me, but I'm just like, give me some fucking food.
Get my fucking dinner on.
I am like,
Fucking cooker on.
get that fucking cooker on. Like we had like
Great guy, man.
Aye, we had an amazing time, but there was like obviously I'm cutting weight, and my calories going for like 2,500 all the way down to like 2,000. So you're like I'm constantly hungry. I remember we went and trained. I hadn't planned on training, and I went and trained, and I remember coming back and just lying in my bed, and Lee wasn't there. He'd been out, he went to the gym or went shop or something like that, and I was just like, oh my fucking God. And I remember just lying in the bed, and I sent a message, and I was like, where are you? And he's like, he's out getting food. And I was like, I'm hungry. So he phones me and he's like, I'll be 2 minutes. And I was like, and I get really shit with him, and I was like, aye, but I'm hungry now. And he's like, I'm just coming back. He's like, you shouldn't be hungry. And I was like, well, I trained, as if it's his fault. I trained, and and he come back and he comes in with this bowl, right? And it was a bowl of yogurt with a wee sprinkling of Cocoa Pops on top. And there was some honey, and you should have seen me in the bedroom. Like I was like a pure junkie, taking the smallest spoonful ever.
I tell you what though, fair play to Lee, there was a couple of times where he had to fucking stand his ground, and he did, and I was like, oh, he might fold here. You might just have to gear into him, and he never. He was like, no, sorry mate, but this is it.
I was like, can I have more? And he's like, nah.
You've got targets to hit, not me.
Yeah.
I know, it's like...
And he's nailed it, man, professional.
So the last time...
He was very professional.
He is, he's very good at his job. The last time he'd said to us, he was like, he'd made me my food, and he went, right, we were going out to Wagamama, he's like, you can have anything you want. He went, this is the only time you're allowed to have anything you want. You've made weight, done all the hard work, replenish everything. Cool. Wagamama. And I ate it all, and I was like, oh, I don't
5,000 calories or something.
He was telling me about
I don't feel good. And he's like, I've eaten too much. And I was like, right, so go home, slept that night, woke up, felt pretty good. This was in London. So then this time I was like, right, so where we going the night for food? And he's like, you're not going to. And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, the last time you let me eat what I want. He was like, aye. He went, I gave you that rule because I thought you would stay within parameters. I didn't realise you would just, he went, you've been professional, like you're one of the most professional guys I've ever worked with until that one point. So he took that away from me. But his food's amazing. Like he made me that pasta with the pizzas and...
It was so good.
Aye.
He made me a steak when I was high as fucking off.
So I was in the process of like weight cutting. I think it was Thursday night. Wednesday night?
I don't know, mate.
So I'm in bed, right, and I can just hear them. The way my room was, they were right next to me. So I had just had my pudding. Used to had went away out, and he's got a joint or something, and then smoked it. So by this time I'm in bed, right. By the time they come back, and I just hear Lee, and he's like, I will give you $50 if you make me this steak. So I'm lying in my bed, right, and Lee's, and I can hear Lee. And Lee's like,
it's funny.
He's like, Lee, honestly, I'm a man of my word. So then I hear
taking $50.
like, so I smell the steak. The steak smell fucking amazing.
Aye.
And then the steak gets put down to Bungard, and I can hear this all going on, and then sequence he's like,
sleeping, mate, sorry.
oh my God, oh my Lee, I can't, Lee, this is amazing. This is the best steak I've ever had.
See as well, you had your hood up and you kept turning around to me on the couch.
I was folded in the bedroom, right? Because I'm obviously trying to be like this is actually quite funny because
Sorry if I kept you up.
no, it was funny. Oh. So I realised the twos were fucking high.
He didn't get off the couch. He just lay there.
I couldn't get off the couch. I was so hungry and I was just like, I can't even get up and get in it. I was fucked. I've never been that
You
bad.
had to send him a picture of it.
Aye, send me
And
a
Lee never made you your steak.
No, he never made me in because I couldn't even, mate, I could barely talk.
He didn't really ask though.
No.
I just took.
I was starving, but I was too scared to get up off the couch because I was like, the second I stand up, I'm going over. I must have had about 4 or 5 times where I sat up and I was like,
Right, this is it. No, back
no,
down.
why back down? And I kept doing it, but every time I looked at you, because you had your hood up and you would just spin round and fucking.
Every time I looked at you, you just folded. Even downstairs, when I was going to my bed, I could see you. I was just laughing, man.
And then I put Richard Pryor on in my bed. I'm sitting watching Richard Pryor with my headphones on. And the same again, I was like laughing that much. I'm like, Adam's never, because we had bunk beds, eh? So
Grown ass men had bunk beds.
I didn't.
Adam's in the bottom bunk, and I'm like, this cunt must be raging, eh? Like, I'm just fucking sitting up here rolling about this bed, fucking pissing myself.
Oh.
But that was a funny night, like, it was a good one. Very liberal drug laws in
Yes.
Vegas.
So we went to.
Going to get more liberal as well, probably.
We went to.
I brought some home with me again.
Did you? I've got half of one of the edibles we took in a glasses case. So remember,
Fizzy ones.
so we had the first night we had got edibles. It was these fast acting ones, and I'd taken the fast acting ones. Remember the story where I felt my chest was going to burst. So we'd taken them, but we were in Bungard's room, right? So we were all in their room. Sean's lying in his bed, and Chris is in his bed. And Chris gobs his, Sean gobs his, and I was like, no, I need to go back to my room. So I took it, and he's like, you're not going to take it, you fucking idiot. And I was like, Chris, these hit really quickly. And I was like, and I don't want to be.
I just thought it was Salman.
I don't want to be stuck in the room. I don't want to be stuck in a room because I've not got a bed to lie in. So I was like, I'll go back to my room. I'll set up my shit because I know they're very quick. So I go back, pull the curtains, set up the bed, gub it, put on Lord of the Rings, and then I was like, oh yeah, fucker.
Were you away fast,
aye? They were fast acting, but my eyes went and I could barely see. So I'm trying to watch Lord of the Rings, but it was so bright, and I'm like, I had to turn down the screen's resolution, and I'm like, but it was Lord of the Rings high is so
We
good.
watched Dave Chappelle, man.
Who did? Me and you?
Me and Sean. You weren't here.
Mate,
We
you weren't
stayed
here.
at their palms for 5 days before we moved into the house.
Did you let Sean watch Tropic Thunder? Hi.
We did. He watched the high as well.
Quality.
By that, so then the next
We
night,
did do a bit of training, by the way.
We want to just high all the
get
time.
high all the
aye.
the next night we had done it again because remember you came in with an edible for me,
Aye.
and I'd taken a puff of the pipe.
Aye.
So I'd taken a puff of this pipe, but it said it had a blue light at the bottom of it, and I went, and it says it'll, because it was needing charged, and I was like, it'll glow blue if you're getting it. So I'm sucking this for ages,
But you couldn't see the blue light.
and it was underneath this side, and I was like, took it, and I was like, oh fuck. But I'd already I'd already taken this big massive hit, and I just went, oh man.
The vapes are surprising there, eh?
And I literally just fucking slid down the bed. I'm trying to think what I watched.
What about when we went to see U2 in the
High
Sphere?
again.
The Sphere venue, man. It's
Aye.
like the future in it.
Aye.
It's unbelievable.
That's everybody was moaning that F1 had fucked it up, eh? In Vegas, because obviously around the track you couldn't see anything. They had all the.
Windows blacked
Mind
out.
when we went to Wahlburger, and they had all the fucking, what would you call them? Just basically screens,
Aye.
so you couldn't see anything. If you're like a native of Las Vegas, or along all the bridges that go over the motorways and stuff,
Blacked
all
out
big massive screens,
all the hotel windows
Aye.
as well. So anybody that stayed in a hotel couldn't watch the Grand Prix.
Aye, unless you bought a ticket, you weren't getting to see it. So obviously,
Was there people were buying tables at restaurants, weren't they?
aye,
To
and
watch
they've,
it?
and they've covered the fucking restaurants up and everything.
That's wild, isn't it?
It's meant they were covering people's own private houses.
So
like,
they
that
fucked
they
them.
owned.
The Ferrari motor with the manhole. See that?
That's wild, isn't it? Just ripped
Demolished
right
it.
through
I think it was just a shit show.
The boy hadn't welded the cover down.
Who won? Do you know who
I
won?
don't know.
I don't think it was. I know the season's pretty much done, so it had no.
So
Did it no matter?
it had no impact on the way it was
It's a
going.
waste of money then.
It was, but
Max
10
Verstappen.
years. 10 years they're going to be coming back there.
Is that it?
It's going to take a month to get ready to get all the stuff down and get everything back to normal. And then it's obviously going to take a few months to get everything back up. So it's going to just keep fucking things
So
up.
the Sphere, like
Yes.
again, we got high, but there's like a circle in the ceiling, but
So I
The wee helicopter came out above it, and he's like, "Is that real?"
like I had no idea.
Outside there wasn't a helicopter outside when we were coming in.
Because
though.
I was thinking, because we thought it was open. That's open.
Because there's a wee circle as if you can see
It
the
was the
sky.
sky, and you're like, I'm not. It's going to get wet. It's going to get wet. So then you had gubbed it before you get in. I had waited to get in because I was like, I don't want it to hit me too heavy. Boom. So I gubbed it, and
We were in the standing section and all, so we weren't even seated, which was like
Risky. Risky.
2 hours on your feet.
so the first couple of like we were dancing.
Because there was a DJ on before he was playing all like 80s and
We
fucking.
were having a good time, and then all of a sudden you two come on and everything just goes. Boom.
I feel like Groot out of fucking Guardians of the Galaxy, just rooted to the flare, man. Like,
I was more like
couldn't
Stevie
like
Wonder.
step back or forward.
I felt like I was Stevie Wonder. I was like this. I woke up the next day, man. My fucking neck and back and arse were killing me because you were like
There was
this.
stuff,
keep looking up.
stuff coming through the ceiling, and it was like going right, like boxing you in and all. You're just like, Jesus Christ.
Who the fuck was telling me Stevie Wonder wasn't actually blind? Was it Sean? I've just remembered that there. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I dropped the microphone stand and he caught it. Fuck off, mate. There's no way. I'm not doing this again. Stevie Wonder wasn't blind.
He's just had it on for years that he's blind.
Wound every cunt up.
But everybody was actually asking us like, oh, we can't. What's happening with the podcast? We can't go all these weeks without it.
I know. Sorry.
Aye, PC Carroll was not happy with us, is he?
Aye, I
He's
know.
like,
To be fair, a lot of people were quite understanding.
Aye.
They know these are busy guys.
Thank you.
aye, I'm glad, like, because we weren't actually going to be in here today. There wasn't anything
It's
official.
last minute, aye.
Aye.
And I was like, right, well, I'm here. I didn't think you were away until like a few days.
Aye.
I was like, you might as well try and push and
I
get
thought
a-
you'd have maybe wanted a wee rest, man. But fair play.
No, it's got to strike when the iron's hot.
Right, I've just seen the Stevie Wonder video. He's not blind. He's not blind.
100%.
So you dropped the mic stand and caught it or some shit.
Mike stand falls and he just leans on catching.
Aye, but have you ever seen Blind Fury?
One of the ones in his face like that. What was that?
That was Sean who told me
I
that.
see you,
wasn't
mate.
it? So,
The Sean.
There was
Knowledgeable young man.
There was some amount of knowledge getting passed away.
the quizzes, with a
Aye.
quiz every night.
Oh, the quiz were fucking hilarious.
Sean's a stato, man.
Sean's quality, mate.
Actually, this percentage is like, how do you know this shit, man?
He's a funny drunk, eh?
Oh, he's hilarious with a drink in him,
The
man.
laddie had a good time on Saturday night doing Fremont Street.
That video where he was like singing, I was just like, how did I miss this shit? That one.
That kind of bar where we were the only...
It was a gay bar.
No, the second one. We were the only white guys.
Oh, were we?
Did you not notice that? No.
Oh, that was that's your hangout, mate.
Maybe because you've got fucking the eyes on, like.
Well,
So we go into this bar. So Adam takes us to this bar and he's like, oh, it's amazing in
Lucky
here.
day.
oh, this is fucking...
So wait till we go in here. It's so good. And it wasn't until Ross said, this is a gay bar. And then you look about and you're like, aye, I thought it was a karaoke bar, but I have sang. There's at least 5 guys sang Kerry Clarkson since you've been gone. It was like all these gay songs until somebody pointed it out. I was like,
And the big felly behind the bar with the fake tits looks a
Aye.
bit suspect.
Was there a hole in the cubicle toilet door?
I was too scared to go in.
aye. So it wasn't until you turned around and looked. We had a belt.
It was a good- it was a
we
good
had an
place.
absolute
It was
winner
funny.
time in there.
Aye.
Did you go to Lucky Day again?
We did go to Lucky Day.
I fucking love that place. I'm lucky, man.
And that's the place where he was saying he was like,
Aye. Everybody was like,
Aye. Oh, we've had a few good nights in there.
aye,
man.
we've.
Is it
was
tequila
good.
bar, innit?
Aye, it was
Tequila
good.
bar.
I was drinking
Yeah.
some tequila.
that's where I saw Sean talking to this fucking absolutely monstrous big black guy. And
Oh, aye.
and I was just like, here we go.
Because you were sober.
Aye, I was.
We were all
so-
obviously mangled.
I didn't know if Sean had, and Sean was quite pissed by this time. And I was like, I don't know if Sean's bumped into him or what's happened. So I've like sat forward, like, oh. Any minute now, this boy's just going to fucking try and take on young Sean.
Did
But
you go
it was
to-
all good. It was
Did you
nice.
have an In-N-Out burger? Did you try it? Or
I did, mate. I
Did you
ended
have
up.
any veggie
So
ones?
after the fight, I had the car. So after my fight, I drove to In-N-Out Burger. So we go for the UFC, take the In-N-Out Burger, and I get 5 grilled cheese.
You all right, mate?
Oh, did you drive?
Aye,
You're mental.
I knew you would too.
aye. I was like, no, I'm fine. So I 5 grilled cheese, chips, soda, and then I'm getting another grilled cheese, and then I bought all this food. I bought all of this food, and Lee the next day was like, I calculated how much you ate after your fight, and he was like, it was close to about 8,000 calories, and I was like, was it? Aye. So see that night when I went to bed, like my stomach and everything was sore, consumed copious amounts of alcohol, right? Like we ripped the dick out, and I'm lying in bed and I'm like, oh, I need to go and be sick. I'm in so much pain. My stomach was actually hurting, and then I fell asleep, woke up, and I'd been sweating all night because I had so much food in me. I was just like, I literally sweated the whole night.
You shot yourself?
No. But I'd like tracked my ring and my body temperature was through the roof, and I didn't sleep one bit because of all the fucking food. I come home after that night out with a box of cereal, toasted cinnamon crunch.
We're fair.
Stopped at a shop.
We
We were in a toy shop, mind it.
Oh, aye, toy shop, aye.
Get a toy shop at fucking midnight.
Aye.
Looking at the toys and that.
I ate like 2 bowls of this cereal.
You were eating loads of sweeties and that too.
Aye, I was. That's right. That's the worst I've ever been.
Reese's.
Aye.
You're getting the Reese's cups.
I was just eating anything that moved.
So what's next? You got to take some time off for Christmas with the
Aye,
family?
I'm going to do a wee bit of time just to myself.
Got a holiday or that booked?
Nothing booked yet, but we'll book something. Spend time with the kids. Put on some mass because I lost a lot of weight during that fight camp. Because if you think about it, going for, I was like 93, 94 most of my camp, and then going down to 84 kg. Now I'm up at 105 kg.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
It's wild, isn't it?
Aye, over a couple of days.
I know. Diabetes.
Fat fuck.
Diabetes.
Anything else, you'd call that an eating disorder, eh?
No, like fighters have got the eating disorders.
Aye,
We
for
do.
sure.
We've got the most unhealthiest lifestyles in the world. We go through points of starvation to binging to get to the point we eat so much. Like this morning, like I took the dog out a walk because I missed walking my dog. Like I love going out in the morning and walking my dog. I was doing it during like every day. I would go up and go a walk. So I jumped to the local Tesco and I bought a pint of milk and a box of Cocoa Pops. Have a couple of bowls of Cocoa Pops. A full box of Cocoa Pops this morning.
Full box?
Full box, mate.
That takes
How
some
many
eating.
bowls is that? Just keep filling a bowl up?
Aye, it was like six bowls and a pint of milk.
Cocoa Pops are pretty good.
And it was all doing my beard and everything. I was just nailed the fucking thing, man.
Stupendous confectionery.
How did you watch your eating when you're in Vegas? How were you managing that?
He was dead good, man.
We all done great. It was like, I even started cooking, mate, and I don't cook. So
Your steaks, everything looked good, man.
Well, we cooked me one steak, but
Cooked me many steaks.
No, we trained in the morning. We went shopping.
We had a good routine.
Routine was spot on, eh?
Aye. We all had breakfast together, then we went our walks or whatever, then we'd train, come back, make some good food, train, come back, then have dinner, and then go to bed.
Yeah,
watch.
it was good for food as well.
Brilliant, man.
wasn't
Brilliant. So we just, Paul took us to, where was it first? Whole Foods.
Aye.
And it was like, if you weren't a vegan or organic, it was like all this fancy shit.
Aye.
I'm just one fucking simple shit, Paul. We went to Smith's next, but we'd already bought everything we needed. We went to Smith's next, and everything was there for half the price. So Whole Foods was like
Whole Foods was so
Yeah,
fucking
man.
expensive, man. But then food out there is expensive, isn't it?
Everything seems
Everything.
quite dear there.
But we were all eating good. Everybody was eating good. Nobody was pigging it. Obviously, Ross is fighting as well. Sean always.
Sean can put away
Sean eats-
some amount of
He
food.
eats clean, but he eats a huge amount of food.
Exactly. He's got
It takes so fucking long to make anything.
three course breakfast and all. He's got like three different bowls.
So we
and
were
all.
getting ready to go. So I think you were leaving 1:30 for the fights,
Aye.
and we
Aye,
were
we
going
got
at
picked up at
1:45. This was Saturday. This was fight day, and he starts fucking making like chicken drumsticks at like 12, and I'm like,
Seen that? Seasonal.
Oh,
Aye.
I remember that.
I'm like, Sean, I'm like, you do know we're leaving at like
We've got a lot on today, mate.
1:45, and he's like 1:45, and he's looking at his timer, and it's like 50 minutes on his timer for the oven. I'll be fine. And I was like, I know you will be, because we'll leave you.
You'll never be rushed, though, eh?
No, no, I'll be fine. Don't worry. I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
Like, but he goes at his own pace.
Aye. I had some good sessions with him as well, so I appreciate him putting the time in.
He's
as
fucking-
because he's no he doesn't need to do that with me. He's not on my team. I were pals and that, but he kind of took it on board to like put me through sessions, and obviously James helped when he came over as well, and Kieran as well. So I do appreciate the time as well, because
I'm a good team, ain't
I'm fighting next week as well. And that's
What I love
need.
about Sean as well, and I'll say this to both of you, is see if you're doing something wrong, they'll just go, that is wrong. Stop doing it like that.
What about the day I was losing my shit with you? I was like I was irate with everybody. It was
Joy Bar?
Aye.
The famous Joy Bar.
I wasn't going to bring it up. Like.
So I got to a point where I was like, no. Everything was pissing me off. Like, it didn't matter. People breathing. Like, it's the worst I've ever been. And I show this move, and I say to Ross, yeah, it's like this. And he's like, aye. I'm like, no, it's not like that. And then I show him again, and then he's like, aye, I got it. And then he puts it on me, and I'm like, no, it's not like that. And the mayor has escalated this to more.
I got
And I was like, you're not fucking doing it right. It's like fucking any fucking move. And I was just getting more and
Can you do a Kimura?
Yes.
You nailed it in the
Why can you not do this?
Aye, and I get really wankish. Like, I turned into a wank, and then,
It's basic stuff.
Aye.
It's basic stuff.
and then Bungard went, I think we'll move on.
See
We'll
when
move on.
you stepped in and said that, I was quite glad.
Because honestly, I was being a prick to everybody, and I
Just
apologised.
how
And
it
after
is.
I have to
You didn't
apologise
have
to people,
to,
and
though.
I'm like, I'm really sorry. And you're like, Paul, don't worry about it. And I was like, no.
I thought it was hilarious.
Aye.
I could see you laughing as
'Cause-
well, which made it worse.
Because he's cutting now, so you do get grumpy.
yeah.
Every small thing. Somebody was late one time, and he was going off his dial, man. One thing I hate is fucking timekeeping.
There's two non-negotiables in my life, and I don't negotiate any. There's no reason.
As one of them, you don't go in
Aye.
the boot.
I was driving. So we had a car, and I'll tell you my non-negotiables. One of them is, if you're no late, you should never be late for anything. You need to be on time for everything. Say that as I come 15 minutes late for the podcast. Well, I tell you why I do that.
Because he brought the monsters.
No. I always become late for the podcast because you only set up for 2, ready to go. If we say,
So it's your fault, Jamie boy.
Wow, man. I didn't expect it to be like that, but I'm catching strays.
like,
Are you taking it?
I will, guess
I
what?
need to.
You're lucky I've got a belly full of fucking Cocoa Pops and it was there last week. So I know when we come in here, there's at least half an hour where we'll sit down, we'll have a wee chat, cameras will get set up. So I'm like, there's no need to be there when you tell me to be there. But for everything else, I am bang on time. I'm always early.
Quicker you're here, quicker we get going.
Aye, so,
Alright.
but that's what I mean. Like, if you see if the cameras were rolling and I just had to come in and sit down, like, let's roll, let's go, 2 o'clock, bang.
That's how I got a date next week.
Right,
We'll see,
I bet
we'll
you
see
don't.
if you're here.
I
Hold on a
bet you
minute.
do not. I'll be here bang on time. So I'm a non-negotiable is time. Like, there's no reason for him to be late. If you say you're going to do something, just be there. Another one is making my bed. That's the only 2 non-negotiables I've got.
So you make your own bed, or
Like, the bed has to be made. The bed has to be made once you get out it in the morning. Even if you're going back to bed in the afternoon, lie on top of it. You can't go underneath the covers.
you're a mad freak.
So see if I've made the bed
Somebody's
and
got
she like goes underneath it. Oh man, it fucking kills me.
Do you want me to tell you a funny one my missus does to try and get me to put
Psychopath,
clothes away?
man.
She starts putting all the clothes on the bed so that I'll not go into it without putting the clothes away. And I just leave them on the fucking bed and climb under the cunts. And just like pile myself under all the clothes. Like,
So,
that'll
do you
stop
disagree with my bed?
No, I'm agreed with
No,
the
I
bed.
don't disagree. It's meant to be one of the things that if you make your bed, it sets you up for the full day sort of thing.
That's what
Is
Russell-
that what's in your mind?
Russell Brand says.
No,
that,
you just have to make your bed. It's like, who the fuck
Go
wants
and
to
make
go
your
into like
bed,
a dirty bed, like a messy bed? Just fucking. Whoosh.
I make the kids do it too.
Mate, like,
No, I don't even like see
you
my
just go in
kids.
and pull it already anyway, so it's.
I do not.
No.
I don't force kids to make their
You
bed.
don't make it anyway, motherfucker.
How dare you?
You didn't even put the washing away, fuck's sake.
No, I sleep under the washing like I'm a rabbit, like I'm a pet rabbit. Kevin, they're on under the newspaper in it.
So we had hired a car. We'd hired a
Lovely car.
Aye, it was. It was super noisy. It was a Dodge Charger, and it was good, wasn't it?
Brilliant.
But there was 6 years.
But there was 6s. By the end of the week, there was 6 of us. So everybody was, apart from Adam.
Oh, Adam didn't go in
You
the
wouldn't
boot.
fucking fit in the
You
boot
wouldn't
anyway,
fit.
man.
Adam Big Dogs, you saw.
Aye. I'm going to put it down to some sort of gimp who gets claustrophobia or something. So he couldn't go in the back.
So basically, everybody had to take a turn going
In
to
the
the
boot.
PI, but it was only like a 10-minute journey.
Aye, no even.
And I was always like, oh, I'll get mine in. I'm a man in my word. And then I was like, fight day.
It was like a last.
So like, I'll go in. The day I come at the boot, fucking ESPN are recording. I'm just like, great,
Just
man.
remembered that.
Great.
It was funny.
But Sean took me to it though, didn't he?
Aye. I done a couple. Deshaun did a couple. Lee did a couple.
Deshaun.
Deshaun Clancy.
Everybody went in the boot.
What about you, Ross? How are you feeling? You're obviously fighting. I'm fighting this week. You're
Aye.
fighting next week.
I'm not really thinking about it yet.
How's the weight?
Good. I trained this morning.
We pushed your ass in the old thingy, didn't we?
Aye. Well, that's what I went in this morning, done the same routine on the push my ass in.
We just push your ass in, boy.
Have you had your shit pushed on?
Done the same assault bike routine this morning.
Aye.
It's got fucking drenched still, so loads of sweat still coming off me. Felt good, feel happy.
What's your weight at?
100
100?
on the dot. Aye, 100 on the dot.
Go 2 weeks, a week and a half.
Aye, week and a half, so that's fine. I wasn't 100 until the day before I started cutting last time, so I'll probably still take off another. Could maybe get 2 off, to be honest, because like last night I wasn't super strict on food or anything. So once I start,
What do you
No,
do
no,
for
no.
your weight cut? How do you descend to?
I'm going to do it differently this time. Last time I just done it with baths on the day, so I tried to no go to sleep dehydrated. Try and get up in the morning and do it. That was fucking.
So what would you like to get down to before you start hitting that?
Last time I done it for 100.
You bath for 100 down to 93?
Aye, it's achievable.
Aye, 7 kg. So, but
Aye,
it's
really?
different when you're 100 kilos.
No.
Like it's not like I'm fucking.
Aye, by the time you water load and all that kind of stuff.
Aye,
Still a lot.
It is a lot. It's too much, really. It is too much, really. But this time I'm going to do the sauna suit run, and then jump the sauna on the Thursday night, and then get the rest off in the bath on the Friday
Yeah,
morning.
that's what I do.
I
I
think-
like to split it up like that.
Aye.
I think that's a smarter way to do it.
Aye,
with,
definitely.
like the way you were when you got up on the Friday morning, I was like, this just seems so much less fucking horrific than
I haven't.
than just trying to gut it all out in one go. Like, it was too much.
Aye.
It's so,
You done it to perfection. You and Lee. It was quite cool to see though. Like
just went like that. I couldn't believe it. And we were,
every wee detail in that.
you was obviously saunaing in the, what do you call that?
Sauna blanket.
Just a sauna blanket, aye. And we were still just doing a quiz, just fucking everybody's having a good time. And I was like, he's fucking gone through it here and still in good spirits.
So I thought I was doing well at the quiz.
Hey, you were doing all right.
Well, Victoria was like, Paul, you get every question wrong.
No, you never got loads right.
No, you didn't.
So Victoria's my manager, right?
She got 0 questions right.
Aye, and I'd said that to her. I was like,
Aye.
your general knowledge is pish. And she was like, no, it's not. And I was like, I think I done pretty well for a guy that was cutting weight. She went, Paul, you answered every question, but you answered every question wrong. And I was
Nah,
like,
got loads
no. I was like, my general knowledge is through the roof.
No, you were quite good at it.
And this is obviously during a weight cut. But she'd convinced me that I had...
No.
Did you know the Vatican's a country? I did not, so this blew me away.
I went,
So
I went with Monaco for
I'm
the
a-
smallest country.
I'm lying here and I'm like, Vatican City. Like, pure dehydrated to fuck. Like, Vatican City. And you're like, what? Vatican City?
Aye, that's still
It's a city, you daft cunt. That's what it's like.
But aye, we had some good quizzes, didn't we?
Aye. Well, the whole thing was good. Like, I can't think of a bad point.
Adam, the quizmaster, he would just rock up with quizzes. Right, guys, the quiz of the day is, and then we would all sit down and we get into this routine where we would have a quiz in the afternoon, and then at night we would watch American Dad while everybody was cooking. We would all cook our food, we'd all have a laugh, like, wait, what are you cooking up there? And we'd all ask, like, what are you seasoning that way?
He's good for morale, Adam, as well. Eh?
Aye.
Like sometimes he would sort of step in at the right minute with the right energy, and I was like, it was good because there was obviously everybody was going through different things. Like, on your way for home, mate, it's hard.
Aye.
And I did like there was a couple of times I was very fucking homesick, and I just didn't want to let on because I'm like, everyone's missing their fucking wee girl here.
Aye.
Like everybody. So like I'd phone my son. How are you? Like, all right, what are you up to? How are you? I know bad. What are you up to? I just training and that. All right. I'm back in a couple of days. He's like, oh, how long you been away now? I've fucking been away 10 days, you dick. You've not even noticed. but like, we were all missing our daughters,
Aye.
eh? We were all, it was just different things you go through. But it was definitely, See, being in a house with other fighters and that is the way to do it.
Aye.
That's the way. If you could mitigate the homesickness, that would be the only thing that I would say you could. But you can't.
I know.
There's no another way. It's
Like to run a wee camp like that, like see, just to be like, all right, we'll just hire a house
aye.
and we'll spend a month training in a place like Las Vegas, California. That is the way
It's
it could
so
be done.
superior,
Aye.
undoubtedly.
And it's like the whole everything that we were kind of going through, like the cooking of the food, we were all like kind of being in each other's, like holding each other accountable. Like, you made your steak yet? No, I can't be bothered. And I was like, oh, well, you need to make it. Have you done your aerodyne sprints? No, we were all like, kind of holding each other.
Wash the fucking dishes.
Aye. I was like, nobody knew there was a dishwasher. Like, we were maybe like a weekend. And I was like, put it in the dishwasher. I was like, dishwasher?
My favourite one was when you come out the room. Wrap this up, mate. Wrap this up.
So Sean Clancy's obviously young, and I didn't realise how young he was until I realised he's watching YouTube guys.
He was watching that KSI.
He was
stuff
watching
and
the side. They're called the Sidemen. Young cunts
that.
call them the
The
Sidemen.
fact that, you know, that's worrying.
So
Jamie's up with the fucking site. You into the Sidemen, Jimmy?
I don't watch them. I know who they are, but I don't.
Of course.
Black
So-
guy and his mates.
like, you know, when
The
we
stuff that me and Grant like mention, and Ben and Jamie haven't heard it, and it makes you feel so old.
aye, like so he's sitting eating his dinner and that, and he'll just be watching like YouTube guys, and it's just people shouting.
Aye.
And I'm like, you watching this, son? Aye, it doesn't seem like there's anything happening. Just good shouting. So it was this night, him and Lee were watching American football, and they went for watching American football, and Sean just turned off to hearing it. Like, he didn't hear it. So the football was gone, and his phone was gone. Everybody went to bed apart from him, and this is like 11 o'clock at night. And I'd finished doing like, I do like breathing at night, like breath work, and I could hear both of them going, and I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on in there? I don't want to be that guy. So I send him a message saying, fancy turning down the telly? Nothing. Right, cool. Give me another 5 minutes. Maybe he's not got a message. Cool. Nah. Right. What was happening here? And he looks up at me and he's got his phone and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, nothing. Like, he was pure shocked, and I was like, right, this needs wrapped up, mate, get to bed. And then the next day I asked him, I was like, what were you watching American football for? And he was like, I wasn't. And I was like, it was fucking blaring. I was actually turning it down. He was like, I never seen your message. And I was like, you were on your phone? I was like, get to fucking bed.
Bed. Right, the old da.
Wrap this up.
Get
This is brilliant.
Like, it was,
right, I'm busting for the piss.
because I was right next to him, I was like what the fuck?
Just piss yourself, mate.
So guys, I know we had done to win the card, the signed Paul Craig card. So this was a few weeks ago, and the winner is Dave Shaw. So Dave Shaw, card is coming your way. A signed Paul Craig card.
Well done, Shaw.
And the guys were saying that he is a collector. That he collects baseball cards. So I know it's going to have a good home in Dave Shaw's collection.
Shawsy.
Up the Shaw.
So
Honestly, I feel about £10 later.
do you? Have you been involved in an accident?
Maybe.
Have you?
Who, me?
Well, what are you waiting for? You know what to do. You just need to get in contact with G4 Claims. G4 Claims. 100% of your claim. If you've been involved in a non-fault accident, why not get in contact with G4 Claims? Tell me why, Ross Cooper.
Because you'll get 100% of your claim in a non-fault accident. Unless you
else?
put your mates in the boot. And then it's your fault.
Brilliant. How can you contact these people?
By phone, 01698 767 172.
Or if you are more inclined to use the old Tinterweb,
Not at faultclaim.com.
Beautiful.
if you've been involved in a non-fault claim, why not get in contact with G4 Claims? They will do their utmost to get you back on the road as soon as you possibly can. What you waiting for?
Links are also in the bio.
So, Creasy boy,
I know, it's
It's
all
fight
you
week
this
for you.
weekend.
Aye.
there has been a saviour in your camp, mate.
Time to roll the dice, aye. Anaconda knee brace. And,
So you,
Andy Callahan, sorry.
aye, you obviously had a bit of a bad injury.
Aye.
It was one of these things where it came from, you picked up an injury in your back, that then led to a knee injury, putting different pressure on your body. But you've been openly and said that, like, this camp's been saved through Anaconda's knee brace.
Yep. Let me follow it up.
I was waiting for you. Like, yep.
Aye, clearly I popped my knee, or I blew out my knee grappling maybe 5 weeks ago, just before we went to Vegas. So I seen Andy Callahan, my physio. He sorted me out. Basically told me to go light what I can and can't do, blah blah blah. So the time we got to the 2 weeks into Vegas, I could train properly. So the knee brace was just keeping everything intact. It was giving me more mobility, and I felt safer with it on. To the point where I could grapple in Vegas. We sparred with Vegas.
Heavy guys.
And I ran in Vegas as well with Paul. So just perfect timing. Coming up for fight week, I can take it off. I went to see him today. He says I can kick weight in the fight as well. So all good. So if it wasn't for that Anaconda knee brace, then the fight camp or the fight could have been off and it could have went to shit. So.
And even when we sparred, you were happy with low kicks and everything. You said you were fine to take low kicks, checking kicks.
Aye.
So
There's confidence in it.
And we all look good in the Anaconda gear in Vegas, I thought.
Aye, we were
you
pretty
definitely
cool.
did.
Aye. So as it's, they've got the knee brace, and if you've got an injury, like a fresh injury, then it's going to give it some sort of support. But see, just if you're a guy who has picked up injuries throughout the years on your knees, it's just going to give you a little bit of confidence. So check it out if you're a guy who suffers from any sort of injury on the knee. Give them a like and a follow and see what they can do. They've also got rash guards, and if you use
code is leathered10, you'll get a discount, and it's still 2 for $59 on anaconda.co. Go on to our Instagrams, have a swipe through the pictures, you'll see plenty of this stuff. We all had it on over in Vegas, more than a few pictures. I think it was pretty much all I wore over there. I just packed Anaconda gear and just kept wearing it. So
and they've made me some special green Valitudo shorts for my fight coming up as well on Saturday, so you'll get a wee deck of them. I think they'll eventually bring them out on sale as well. So.
the Bungards, is that what they'll call them?
Aye.
The Bungards.
The bad
That's pretty
guys.
cool, man. The bad guys.
the bad guys is the one.
Aye. So if you have been suffering from knee injuries, suffer no more. Anaconda's got your back with a knee brace that offers unparalleled support. Check them out. Our official betting partner is McBookie, and we've got an exciting UFC coming up.
17th of December.
Yeah, it's a biggie, isn't it? It's we have got Leon Edwards versus Colby Covington.
Ian Gary Luque, which is a big fight,
Yes,
and Shavkat versus Wonderboy Thompson.
but you've still got thing in that card as well, Ferguson and Paddy Pimblett.
Paddy Pimblett, which
Like-
is the main one, really. It's probably going to get.
Where does that?
Most of the
Las
attention.
Vegas in it? In the T-Mobile?
Is it?
Yeah.
I think so, aye.
So we have obviously got a betting partner with McBookies, and we've got some really good odds. Who are you picking?
If you want to make a bit of money, I'd bet Tony Ferguson to beat Paddy Pimblett for 2-1 odds, and if you're flipping it over for Paddy to win, it's 1-3. So I like to bet a wee.
Paddy's obviously a heavy favourite, but I like Tony.
Right, you're going to go Tony.
I'm
So the
go-
Bungard's pick is Tony Ferguson. Get your money on Tony Ferguson for 21.
Because he's been training with
David Goggins.
David Goggins.
Goggins, not me. So
He's either going to be absolutely fucked and he can barely move, or he's going to be an absolute beast, one of the two.
Goggins says he's a machine, eh? Goggins says he's been brilliant, but I'm going to pick Leon Edwards to retain his title. I'm going to have him beating Colby Covington, eh?
What's the odds you're getting in that?
8-13 for Leon, and it's 20-21 for Colby. So
The favourite is Colby?
it's almost evens for Colby, aye. So I still think Leon's going to get the job done. I think Leon will see it out.
that's a tough one.
I think it's going to be a tough 5-round fight. I think a decision win for Leon. So that's who I'm going to be putting my money on.
Right, I'm going to go for the Paul Craig pick. I'm going to go for Ian Gary against Lukey. If you're a guy like Ian Gary, there's a reason you're taking that fight. There's a reason he's taking that fight. His wife's not letting him take a fight unless he's winning it. What odds? what odds we getting for Ian Gary?
Oh, I don't know what. It's on your phone now.
Ian
Okay,
Gary's 4-11.
4-11.
Lukey is 15-8. So quite a wide margin for Ian Gary being a favourite there. But I think you're right. I think Ian Gary's got to get it done.
There's a reason he's going to take that fight.
But I think they sparred together in the gym, so it's like.
Do you think Gary's been gearing him it in the gym?
I think so.
Probably.
I think Gary's special as well. He's just a pain in the arse.
Just seems to be difficult to get on with.
He's made a home now in Brazil, so.
Has he?
Because nobody else wants him.
Oh.
That is true.
Oh.
We've all been there.
Aye. Nobody wants him.
Mad cock.
So the Leathered Boys picks are Kobe Covington versus Leon Edwards, where Ross has picked.
I'm going with Leon.
Creases went for,
T. Ferg.
and I have went for Ian Gary. That is the picks that we suggest if you're looking to make some money. Check it out on McBookie.com.
If you go to the link in our description, bet £5, you'll get £20 worth of bets.
McBookie, baby. So guys, it's been a
Emotional couple of
aye,
weeks.
Been an emotional couple of weeks, and it's only going to be more emotional.
We missed the studio as well, though.
I know.
We did miss.
I missed it.
I know we had obviously great ambitions of doing podcasts when we were out there, but without the guys to steer us.
The jet lag and the time difference and everything, you don't realise till you're out there how much of a fucker being 9 hours behind is. Like, it's shite. It couldn't have been a worse time zone difference, but
we're back.
we're here.
We're back with a bang.
Yes,
We're back with woolly hats and parkas on because it's fucking freezing here.
yes, it's absolutely Baltic here. But it was not my weekend.
No.
It's just how
But
it
this
goes.
weekend it's going to be
Hopefully mine.
Be the bad
the
guys.
bad guys, and the weekend after that it's going to be Ross Cooper's. It's
gonna be mine.
And both of your camps are all going to, or the last week are all going to be filmed. Am I correct in saying that, guys? So you're going to have some insight into Newcastle.
Yep.
And
Dundee.
Dundee.
I'm up to the glorious Dundee.
So we go for the lights and glamour of Las Vegas to the tune, and then we're right up to fucking.
to Dundee.
Dundee.
But aye. It doesn't matter.
Aye.
It's all good.
Fighting.
Exactly.
Guys, if you haven't already, like and share our social media, and we do
Subscribe to the Patreon,
Aye, that's what
motherfuckers.
I was going to say.
You'll love it. The Discord's bouncing and all.
I've not been in the Discord now for a while, but
I popped in last night, I think. But I could have been
There's
dreaming.
some nonsense in that Discord.
Aye.
There's got to have been a few cunts got a ride out of the Discord by now. By the way.
They're all going to Newcastle, man.
Are they actually?
Aye.
Quality.
I think we need to do like a live show for the Patreons for the Discord,
Just for
and
that.
only invite them
Aye.
That seems fair.
because
They're good cunts.
they're the fans. So we should definitely do like a
No, that sounds.
maybe at the start of January, after all our fights.
Book a wee hall or something.
We'll book a wee hall. We'll get all the guys together. We'll do our podcast live and some question and answers. Have a bit of fun with the guys.
And we'll let them drink, and then they can just shout shit.
Aye,
Just anything. We'll drink.
that's it's just going to be disastrous. But guys, one of the benefits of being a Patreon subscriber is not only the extra content, but we do the giveaways. So there's always a chance of winning some pretty cool UFC fight kit.
There's been some brilliant stuff won already.
Aye.
If you're an
Posters.
MMA fan, some of the stuff is fucking excellent.
We've got that box. I'll bring that wee card in for you, man. That's yours. But there's stuff to go, and we've obviously got the cards to go and all this kind of stuff. So, guys, sorry it's been a while, but we hope you enjoy the podcast.
We're back.
and we'll be back next week, and we'll be talking about Creasy Bear's fucking
Hopefully, my
victory,
third
The
Cage
blood-
Warriors win.
bloody victory,
Bloodbath.
the bloody victory.
Aye.
I see a particularly violent fight coming up here, eh? But
That should be a tasty one.
you want my prediction? Want me to give you a wee you want me to tell you what I think? I think it'll start quite a slugfest, to be honest. But if you fight the way you were sparring, he'll wrap it. I think you'll just grind him down. I think you'll get him out. I think you'll get him.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen, but that's my. I've got the full backing.
Appreciate that, man.
Oh, it's all right.
So, guys, keep it high.
Survive.
I've still no catchphrase.